Who's next?
Yo, shout out to Romeo.
Hey. Me?
Yeah, you.
Okay.
Me.
I'm 3.
Yo, Romeo is about to make a guest podcast appearance, Katie. His first one.
Oh, snap.
I know.
Congrats. Turn
Yeah.
up.
Thank you,
Congrats
thank
to
you.
you. Tell
Thank
us
you.
about it.
Yeah, it's called Ni de aquí ni de allá. It's a Spanglish.
Ni de
Aquí ni de allá.
Neither here nor there.
Yeah, pretty much.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay, talking to all them Latin women paying off. Continue, Romeo.
Hey. So yeah, it's a Spanglish podcast, and I found it really interesting because I feel like I've never really heard a podcast that goes into both languages. Very I think you just have to know both languages in order for
What
you
the
to.
hell I'm supposed to do if I don't know Spanish, bro? Listen to half of it?
He said, no, we didn't cumbia like hermanos.
Nah,
Flores.
this one. Look.
Okay, yeah, that's.
Yeah,
I
that's-
do see the beat kind of sort
That
of.
sounds kind of like cumbia de Monterrey, right? That Santa Fe clan shit. Alright.
It's okay.
Yeah, that's funny.
That's points off your Latino card, bro.
Dude, don't do that.
He said cumbia and named the merengue group. What the fuck?
He's like, oh, sí, yo bailo un poquito de cumbia, you know, Oscar de León.
Yeah, cause you mentioned your girlfriend, bro. I've listened to it on the podcast and stuff, because she lives in another state, right?
Yeah.
So, ¿cómo te ha ido with the whole long distance thing?
Oh, man.
'Cause I've been there.
Yeah, me too.
Y
It's
no
hard.
me funcionó. So
También.
that's why I'm like, mis respetos.
It's tricky because it was with him.
Okay.
But see, you have both sides. Me, we broke up. Shit got nasty real quick.
How long did you do it?
It was about like a year.
Okay. Wow.
And I gave up everything, right?
Yeah,
everything, going out, everything. Like, I was like, no, I'm faithful. And this bitch was out there partying.
Oh,
And then, once we got together, I saw like el otro lado de la moneda, shit got ugly, ended. And then they're engaged. So,
How long?
He's my high school sweetheart, actually.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I was in ninth
Wow.
grade. He was a senior. And he kind of showed me around.
You were in
the
what
school.
grade?
I was in ninth grade.
Oh, I think you said 8th grade.
No.
He's a senior. I was like, you fucking
You were a
pervert.
senior?
No.
Pedophile.
No, the thing is
She said she's innocent. I'm gonna take her.
Okay, listen.
Y tiene la cara de inocente. Mira,
No,
¿quién te hubiera
we're
pervertido?
only 2 years apart, but I was held back and he was moved forward. So I was supposed to be in 10th grade and he was supposed to be in 11th. But
okay.
since that happened.
Got you.
Yes. So él vivía en Florida and I was 16, I want to say. So we tried it for a year.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, we tried it for a year and it was not, o sea, nos veíamos que sí, a year and a half, something like that. Él trabajaba en Burger King, so he minimum
Nice.
wage pretty much. Y pues nos veíamos 1-2 veces al año. It was rough, let me tell you. So we just kind of took a break, and then my life went to shit, and then we just kind of nunca perdimos el contacto. Siempre nos tratábamos como amigos, you know. And then I was like, hey, do you want to come? And he was like, sure. And then
So you moved up here for her? Pinche Marco. Ocupamos más hombres como tú en este mundo,
Yeah.
güey. Where can we find more like you? So we can leave the link. So how long have you and your group been together?
2 years.
2 years?
A
Did
little
y'all
over
meet
2 years.
here?
No, we met in California.
Yeah, I met in Cali.
En California. Yo estaba haciendo un internship con
Okay.
Disney.
Oh,
Con Disney.
cool.
Entonces nosotros nos fuimos para allá. That's the time I told you guys off the microphones that when I drove to California,
Oh, okay.
it was for that.
That's
so
so
I was
cool.
doing an internship with Disney, and she just so happened to be with this friend group, and I became friends with one of the girls there, and we actually were coworkers because of the way that internship works. Like, you work at Disneyland. So me and her friend or her roommate were coworkers.
Okay.
And then with her roommate, I got really along, and then she was like, oh, I got a couple girls. Pero cuando la conocí, tenía un novio de 5 años.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so, and I
Just to be clear, she was con el novio de 5 años. It's not like her boyfriend was 5. Okay.
no, Thank
We
you.
gotta clarify.
Thank you.
Just to be clear.
Thank you. So, llevaban 5 años, pero era una relación como bien tóxica. Like, they would always
we love
fight,
those.
things like that. So, you love those. Entonces, and I always told her, like, I have a crush on you. Like, since
Oh, so
Were you
slam, bro.
really?
since the first day I met her.
Oh my God.
Fíjate que ahí te voy.
¿Sabes qué? Me llaman
Romeo, baby. Like we were in the classroom, we were doing like our little orientation, and I saw her walk in, and I was like, wow, she's pretty. And then she like immediately, like, cause she's Mexican, so we're both brown skin, so like we were with a lot of white people.
See, that always works.
So she was like, another brown person. So she came and literally sat next to me, and like I started talking to her, and then I didn't know that my coworker was her roommate at the time.
Okay.
I didn't know that. Like I just saw a pretty girl. I was talking to her, and it's funny because like my way of flirting was always, do you know how to dance? Right? Because if I can get you on the dance floor,
yeah, that's how you do it.
then you have conversation. You're talking in her ear. You know, you just
La confianza luego fluye, right?
right. So and then she was like, no, I don't know how to dance, and I was like, fuck. All right, well now I gotta figure out something else. And then I talking to her, and then that's when she told me she had a boyfriend, and then they've been together for 5 years. So I was like, oh, no chance. And then we were there for casi 9 meses. Pasamos ahí en ese internship, but I got fired from it.
Care to elaborate?
Yeah, there was another girl involved.
No le dicen Romeo por nada.
Hide y'all's women, man. Romeo is fucking dangerous.
Damn, Romeo was probably a bad name to get. Yeah, no, there was another girl involved, and we were co-workers, and we used to work in the restaurant. Cada vez nos decían, yo me acuerdo que Disney nos decía, si ustedes ven que alguien tiene una cara como mala o tienen una experiencia fea en el parque, give them something. Like a milkshake, a side of fries, a side of onion rings, or a burger. Like, just make their day happy. Because it's Disney, you make magic.
That's good.
Right.
Entonces, like, si tienes
I'm taking notes.
let them know, like, you have a bad day, they might give you some free
fucking
stuff.
hate this.
Like, they might...
They're like, get out.
You're just like crying. I was
Like a lot of times I would see like a dad, for example, he will have like a bad day, or like he's like with the kids and
fuck
like
these kids.
he's fucking annoyed, right? So I'll give him like, hey, do you want a milkshake for the kids? And like I'll give him a milkshake, or like I'll give him a side of fries for free. And like it would always, like, anytime you get something for free,
Right.
it will make somebody happy. Entonces nos decían, like always give something out, like make somebody's day. And my coworker, she was really pretty too, and I would like flirt with her. And one day she came in and she was having a bad day because I think her parents were going through something, and she was telling me, and I was like, oh, don't worry, I got you. And I gave her a side of onion rings. I didn't think none of that. I was flirting a little bit because of the onion rings, right?
Yeah.
And then
just as a ring, you know.
a fucking white girl went and snitched on
Fucking
me
Karen.
and said that I was giving away stuff for free to our coworker. But I didn't even look at it that way. I just thought, like, because they always told us, si entran al parque, like, como un guest, like, que si les dicen a los...
Yeah.
A los
Oh, she was on the clock.
No, she was like,
Got you.
she was just there to like have fun at the park. Entonces, siempre nos decían, if you guys come into the park as like a regular person, you're gonna be treated as a guest, right? So I looked at her and I was like, you're a guest, like, you know, like, here you go. And I didn't think of it like, oh, I'm a coworker, I'm giving her shit for free, and all of that, bro. Like they literally, from what I know, it's like they Disney gets their Coke for free because they have a sponsorship with Coca-Cola.
So
Okay.
they can only have Coke products.
Yeah, and they get their shit for free. Their onion rings, bro, it's like a bag that's like 50 pounds, and they probably pay like $3 for it. So I'm sure what I gave away was probably like $1 worth.
They weren't gonna lose anything.
Exactly, and it was like $4 on the menu, right? And I remember the manager called me in, and she was like, "Oh, you're giving away stuff for free." Blah,
Yeah, you're
blah,
gonna
blah.
break
And I
the
was just
Disney
kind of like,
corporation from the inside because of onion rings.
and I told them, I was just like, "Yo, like if it's a big deal, like I'll pay the $5. Like relax, like it's
Yeah.
fine. Like I didn't mean to do that, blah blah." And then I think they were trying to make an example out of me.
Because you're brown.
No, because I think the Disney program, the internship, we get seniority. We get like 3 years of seniority on like for everybody else. So anybody who's been there for like 2 years, they get upset because we get more hours because we're interns, so we get more hours. We get treated better, and I think the managers like they just wanted to make an example out of one of the interns.
Got you.
And so when I gave them the reason, because they were always on my ass no matter what, even if I was 2 minutes late, they would get on my ass and all that stuff. So the moment I gave them something, they were like, we're going to make an example out of you. So they fired me, and they
Damn.
fired the girl, too.
Oh my god.
Because she was also an intern. I should have said that. Yeah. She was also an intern. So they fired us immediately. No warning. No. And I even told them, like, yo, like, if I made a mistake, am I not supposed to get a warning so I won't do it again? They were like, no.
Fuck.
Immediately
Besides,
fired me.
yeah, you're an intern, so you have no rights.
Sí,
Yeah.
pinche gente vale verga.
So I ended up getting fired, and I moved into with my roommate, who I met at the program as well. But él vivía en Los Angeles, like South Central, which is like the worst area.
Romeo out there game banging back
Bro,
in the day.
I like when I moved in there, bro. There was shootings outside of his house. Like it was fucking scary.
Yeah.
Caracas.
Entonces, I found out that she broke up with her boyfriend, like my girl now.
Ooh.
I found out that she broke up with her boyfriend, and I was just like, all right, this is the perfect time. I'm gonna slide in there,
Le llaman Romeo.
talk to her, and because I always like, we're gonna leave like at the end of in August.
Yeah.
She's gonna go to Arizona, and I'm gonna go back to Atlanta. So let me just talk to her for these 3 months.
Yeah.
And so I messaged her. I was like, yo, let's go on a date. Like, just straight up. I was like, let's go on a date. I think I can take you on, like, the best date of your life. Let's go out there. Let's go do some things. And then she was like, no.
I was like, I would have said yes just by the way you're describing it.
Yeah, I told her I was going to give...
I did not see that coming, let me tell you.
Yo le dije que le iba a dar una date de películas. De
Sorry.
películas. O sea, like, I was going to
But
do
how
everything
soon was
from
this
the
after
movie.
she broke up with her man? Don't tell me it was like the next day.
A month.
Ah, okay, she
Or
had
like
plenty
maybe
of time.
like a little under a month. Like 3 weeks.
Like 3 hours, you know.
Yeah.
All right, maybe like 1 week. I just thought she was singing, and then she was sad, so I was just like,
Yeah, of course. It's a
Yeah.
perfect time to get a girl
You
when
see,
she's down.
this is why you get in trouble for helping people when they're sad.
You see?
Sí, es cierto.
So, so she said no, and thus I was like, all right, fuck it. Like, I'm just gonna go back to Atlanta. Like, there's no point in me being here anymore. Like, todavía tenía como, creo, 4 meses or 4 months left of the internship. Y, bueno, ya me habían corrido, ¿no? So,
Right.
I was just being there, like, working at a gym. I got a job at a gym. And so I just stayed with my roommate, and he didn't even charge me rent, bro. Like, you know
dang,
how crazy
the
that
real
is?
one.
Like, yeah, like, to live in LA rent free, I owe him so much. And, so she said no, and then one day I was like, I'm gonna go home. Like I'm not having fun here anymore. Like what's the point? And then I told my roommate, I was like, yo, hit her up, tell her I'm sad.
Por eso esperaba con la carita empapada que llegaras con mil rosas para mí.
Tell her that.
Güey, qué tóxico.
I was like, tell her I'm sad. Tell her that I'm ready to go home, and it's because of her.
No! Did you? Oh
did.
my
This
god!
man forced him, so he used that one.
Pretty toxic, right?
That is pretty toxic, bro.
Yeah, and entonces ella contestó y le dijo, well, I think I know why he's sad. And then I told the coworker who was her roommate, the same thing. And then her coworker, or my coworker, her roommate, was like, oh, just go on a date, just do it. Like, you're going to have
Pobrecito.
fun.
That is so.
Like, but
So
more
did she
than
end up going with
anything,
you?
bro, so
She
more,
was sorry?
like, more than anything, she went, I think
She went out of pity.
her roommate convinced her to go just to see what kind of
Bro,
date.
he's gonna kill himself if you don't go. Like you have to
Romeo le
go.
mandó una foto con with a rope around his neck. I'm ready to do it. I'm ready to go.
Oh, man.
She just waits. She's still with you just in case you don't kill yourself.
Probably.
Damn, Romeo. I didn't know you were like that, bro.
Nah, dude. Yeah, it was toxic.
That wasn't
some
Romeo.
Latino
That was
toxic
Kevin.
shit.
That was
Kevin.
Yeah,
That was Kevin. That was not Romeo.
So, but she ended up saying yes. She ended up saying yes to going on a date with me. And then I immediately knew, okay, tengo que hacer todo lo que he visto en películas. So I planned to go ice skating, right? Because,
Okay.
like, if you go ice skating and she doesn't know how to ice skate, you can hold her
Can you
hand.
Turns out she's
imagine? Can
a
you
fucking
imagine? He
pro.
doesn't know. He doesn't know how to ice
No,
skate.
I know how to ice skate pretty good.
yeah?
That's why I knew,
Yeah.
like, if I go, like, I'll be able to, like help her. So I was just like, that's perfect. Because if
And
you,
she was
you know,
holding on
like,
to you the whole
Yeah,
time?
exactly. But no, we got there,
He was
and it was
office.
closed.
Verga.
And it was close. So I was like, all right, fuck it. So I had a whole day planned because I told her I'm going to pick you up like at 1 en la tarde, como la 1 de la tarde. And I had planned ice skating. Then we were going to go to horseback riding out like by the beach pretty much. And we ended up going to that because I had made an appointment. So I took her horseback riding. Then after horseback riding, we went to a park and we had like a little picnic area there. And then after that, I had planned to go to the beach.
So basically, you put like 5 dates and
all
crammed it
in one.
into one.
All in
Yeah.
one. Because I knew I only had one shot.
So he had like a timer going on, and it was like beep beep beep. And
Yep.
even if
Next-
you had a picture, yeah.
Next month.
Like she
I
was,
was like,
in the middle of eating something. And
take
it's
this
like,
shit
okay,
out. We're leaving. Let's go.
the horses ain't gonna wait for me.
So and after that, we finished our day in Laguna Beach.
Okay.
And it was like this like private area almost. And I had bought a blanket. Oh my God, it was so crazy because andaba buscando un picnic basket, ¿verdad? Y yo no sabía dónde comprarla. Y le dije a mi roommate, Jose, let's go to Goodwill. And he was like, bro, you're not going to find that shit there. What the fuck? And I was like, no, trust me. I have a feeling if we go to that one, I'm going to find it. And he was like, nah, you're not going to find one. At Goodwill, bro, like, I was just like, nah, trust me. We're going to find one. I don't know what it was. And then we ended up going to Goodwill. And right there, bro, it was literally like, we walk in, and it was like lights were shining on it. Yeah, like, literally, like the wind and everything. And I saw it, and I was like, no fucking way. And I went, and it was perfect condition.
Damn,
perfect
bro.
condition. I opened it up, and it had the plates.
It already had food
the
in
cups. Literally, bro. So I was so stoked. I was just like, oh, it's meant to be. It's meant to be. And I grabbed it. It was, and I was.
You still have it?
Yeah, I still have it.
You do?
I still
great.
have it.
That's
And
awesome.
it's like,
Can I borrow it for?
it was like, it was like $5 too. So I was just like, oh, this is perfect. And I'm telling you, I opened it up. It was in perfect condition. It still had like the little plates and the cups and like all the things to do the picnic.
That's awesome.
And then I ended up putting some fruit in there with some tajin. And then I asked her what she wanted to eat, and we ended up going to Taco Bell. Entonces compramos Taco Bell, and we just sat at the beach with the picnic basket and just
like
watched
the way
that.
the pronunciation of Taco Bell switched from English to Spanish.
What did I say?
Taco Bell, then Taco Bell.
Oh, I did that?
Yeah,
So Taco Bell, so yeah. And then
es lo que te digo, te puedes sacar a la gente del tercermundismo, pero el tercermundismo nunca sale de la gente.
It's always in there.
So.
So then you went to the picnic, and you had a wonderful picnic.
yeah, and after that, and then I tried to kiss her there, and then she said, nope. And I was like, oh my
Pinche
God.
Romeo, you knew in your mind that she went because your roommates kind of made her
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
And you're like, fuck it, I'm gonna try to kiss her anyways.
Yeah. Dude, because it was so perfect. Think of it, like you're at the beach, right, con el sunset, and then you see the moment, and you're going to
You're just like,
nope. It's just like, nope. And I was like, all right.
I just did this so you wouldn't kill yourself, so.
For real.
I'm now.
And so then, you know, yeah, it was dark, so we went back to her apartment, and I dropped her off, and I was like, let me walk you inside, or like to the front door, because I got banned from the building, from Disney. They also banned me.
oh, okay, I thought you meant like where you were living at.
No,
I was
no,
like,
no.
fuck, bro, what are you doing?
Now they
That
banned
wasn't him, that was Kevin.
We need
Yeah.
a waiver to have this guy
Seriously,
here.
bro. So they banned me, and then I tried to drop her off, and I tried to kiss her there again, and then she pushed me again. She was like, no.
Okay, that's a little sexual harassment.
Fuck. No, it was a moment like where you hug, and you know you see the moment, and then you go in for it, and I was like,
Oh, the cringe!
I know, it's just like, no, okay, no, chido. Chingón.
I would have never contacted that girl again. Like, o sea, yo te hubiese bloqueado de todas partes, del mundo
I
también si
should've.
puedo.
After the second time, I think I would have just...
Yeah, get a restraining order.
Pero that's... But el que, ¿cómo se llama? El que persevera alcanza or some shit like that. And so, okay, so that was the second time. Was the third time the charm? Or were you like, nah, it was like 10 more times?
nah. So after
I finally, like, tied her up,
Yeah, she's
and I was like,
definitely.
oh!
No, she's definitely in that relationship, so he doesn't kill himself.
No, then I kidnapped her. No. And I was like, you're gonna go out with me? No, I'm just kidding. No, after that
That's why he
second
switched his name to Romeo. They're looking for his ass.
nobody go find me. Yeah, no. I asked her out, like, so I dropped her off. I went home, and I was like, all right, fuck it. That's that, whatever. And then I was just kind of bummed out because it, like, I tried to kiss her, it didn't work out. So I was
Twice.
like, oh, fuck, I got rejected. And then I asked her out again on a second date. And I was like, yo, like, we had a good time. Let's go out on a second date. Because our personalities connected, like, above anything else. Like, I felt like it was very, like, easy to talk to her.
Yeah.
Like, anything we talked about was super easy. And then I asked her, let's go on a second date.
She said no.
She said no.
Se hace de rogar.
Bro, that's what I said. I was like, oh, you want me to beg? All right.
Like, I'm not for it.
Entonces dijo que no, entonces le dije, all right, let's just, like,
I'm
let's
gonna
just
kill
hang out."
myself.
No,
It ends right here.
I sent her a picture.
You
No.
sure?
Oh, man. No, I sent her, okay, guys, no. I'm not that toxic. I'm not that toxic. Let's put it out there.
He was standing there like this. He was like, you sure?
I sent her a picture of my dead body, bro. I was just like,
This is what it's gonna look like. Oh fuck! All right, yeah. All right. Let him talk. Let him
The
talk.
roommate Romeo goes out.
I'm never gonna get over this.
Now I'm questioning everything. Oh yeah. So I just told her, let's hang out. Let's just hang out. Let's just have a good time, hang out. And at the time, I think she was going to Coachella. Entonces le dije, like, let's go shopping for outfits for you. And then we just hang out.
Right.
And then from hanging out, it was
Also,
like,
you slid into the friend zone.
yeah, pretty much.
You're like, fuck it.
Yeah, but I got out of it. And now
Okay.
we've been dating for 2 years.
Have you?
But did y'all date while y'all were over there in Cali?
Yeah.
Okay.
So after like I would say a month of trying to convince her or like
Being in the
hanging
friend
out,
zone
like
kinda
yeah,
sort of,
pretty much
yeah.
like it was just like because I think for her it was too soon to feel like I'm going on dates. So I
can see
understood that. I understood like okay, like I can see it. So that's why I always say let's just hang out. So you don't think it's a date. We're just hanging
We're
out.
just gonna switch it.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
still
like-
gonna try to kiss you every single time, but
It took about I think 4 or 5 dates for me to kiss her.
The sexual
Yeah.
offender.
But I never like after that first night I never tried to kiss her again.
right.
It was just kind of like when I saw the opening again, it was like around the 5th date. And I was like, okay, it's an opening. And I went for it. And then it actually happened. And it was just fireworks everywhere.
That's dope, bro. No, to me as a guy, and I don't know, like I may get blasted by girls for this, but así hace cuenta que like así como estás platicando, así como compas nomás. To me, I like if you tell me the story, I'm like, bro, like see, like que chingón que she like waited. You know what I mean? That she didn't
Yeah.
like the first one. She's like, all right, fuck, I just got a 5-year relationship. I'm gonna make out with this dude. Like I feel like I kind of respect that.
Yeah. And I also hooked up with a roommate. So that was I forgot to say that.
What the fuck? What? The roommate that you were friends with?
No. Another roommate. Another one of her roommates.
What is happening?
Is this while you were trying to
No,
get her?
before. Way before.
Did
way
you?
before.
Oh, okay. Did you
Way
recycle
before.
the same pictures trying to kill yourself with the roommate? Or
No. I didn't want to
He
be
had
with
the gun
her.
to his head the whole time. He was like,
No. No, I didn't want to be with her. She was a mistake. She was a mistake.
She was a rebound.
and your girl knows.
Yeah, she was a rebound. Like the because it was a white girl.
Yeah, white girls are rebounds.
Yeah.
I'm just playing.
And this is our last
now we get
episode.
canceled, bro.
This is our last episode. It was so nice
Can we
and
get
so
canceled
fun.
for talking shit about like
Who's
the
gonna
bigger
cancel-
person though?
Yeah.
Like I feel like if I said like a
Don't.
minority.
Yeah, I'm like, don't say it.
You know what I mean?
Gonna say,
If
don't.
I say minorities are rebounds, okay, but like I feel like when you punch up, it would be alright.
Yeah.
Like what white people are gonna get offended? Like come on, you literally have my family in detention centers. Like we're fine. we can call it. We're even. Estamos a mano. Yeah.
He said you got my nephews in cages.
I don't even keep my dogs in cages that long, bro. Like what the fuck? But, so they're gonna be alright with the comment.
Are we gonna
So-
get canceled? Is this the thing where we get canceled?
That's always the goal. I told this guy.
He did. He was like, we're gonna try to get canceled. I
We're
was
just
like,
trying
oh
to get
shit.
canceled. That's all it is. Okay, entonces, but she knew? She knows?
She didn't know.
Okay. and
She didn't
was-
know.
she was-
So that was one of the reasons por qué no quería salir conmigo también.
Ah, sí,
Entonces
no,
porque
pinche-
sabía, pero es que yo le dije a su roommate.
Romeo dejando detalles
Pinche pito
importantes.
suelto, ¿no?
Le di, but no,
Mira.
I was very honest porque le dije a su roommate, I don't want to go out with you. I don't want to have nothing with you. Like this is just like
Casual.
a hookup, and that's it. And it was gonna be one time, and that's it. And
It ended up being 10.
no. It was literally like the one
The same
time.
night.
It was literally the one time, and I told her, don't tell your roommates because I'm trying to get with Lisette, which is my girlfriend.
Oh my god, we know this.
I told her, don't tell her because I'm trying to get with her, and if you tell her, I'm like you're her roommate, like she's not gonna want nothing to do with
Right.
me. And so like first thing she did was go and tell all her roommates.
Yeah, but
Oh,
white girls do be
sorry,
like that
yeah.
though. White girls do be
I
like,
hook up with Kevin.
see.
Ew.
Oh yeah, because that was
nice
your name back
callback.
then.
Yeah. Nice callback.
So
Thank you.
if a girl said your name during sex, would she say Kevin?
Okay, so
Say Kevin.
Why would you- no.
my girl, bro, let me tell you,
He's open about the shit. I've heard the podcast.
her brother's name is Kevin.
Oh hell! I would
Do you have
never
a middle
ask her
name?
to say my name.
I do. Mauricio. That's what she calls me.
That makes sense.
But-
Calls you Mauricio.
that makes
But I
sense.
hate it too porque mi papá se llama Mauricio.
Well, I mean, my
So why'd
dad's
you
name's
make her call?
Benjamin too.
You make her call Romeo?
No, she refuses to call me that. She refuses to call me
Yeah,
that.
I could see that. I don't think I would get my girl to call me like Bad Benny.
Why not, bro?
So what does your girl call you? Does she call you
Benny.
Benny?
Everybody knows me as Benny now. I went from Ben to Benny. So now I'm just
Except
Benny.
your mom, which is really cute.
Yeah, she called me Benquitas.
Aw.
Oh, that's cute. That is so cute.
And so, fast forwarding onto you mentally abusing your girlfriend with the suicide.
Kidnapping her.
Yeah, kidnapping her.
Yep.
So how's the 2 years been? You being
So,
toxic and shit.
I think por la pandemia era súper fácil el primer año. Porque eso pasó en el 2019, right? Entonces, para el 2020 comenzó toda la pandemia. Entonces, like, the first 6 months were easy because she was in school, I was in school, we weren't going out. So, like, I feel like era fácil to have trust there.
Got you. That's what I was trying to get to.
Because, like, nobody was going, like, we weren't doing things that would be like, oh, you're going to a party? Questionable, whatever. But I think she had a lot of trust in me. And I think for me, that was the hardest part, having trust in her because of a toxic relationship that I had way before her.
Yeah.
And that I lost complete trust in, like, anybody. Entonces, first year during the pandemic was easy because everything closed. No había nada donde ir, donde salir.
She was just
Toxic
bar.
ass, I swear to
Exactly.
Yeah, that would be ideal.
Exactly. So el primer año era súper fácil porque solo pasábamos en FaceTime, solo hablábamos por teléfono. We'll be watching a movie or like, but we were always on
Because she's still in
FaceTime.
Arizona, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, shoot. Yeah.
You took her
Entonces,
to the movie theater with on FaceTime or what?
no,
I feel
no,
like
I
that
never
would be
did
counted
that.
as piracy, maybe.
I never did that, man. I never did that. Because she's been wanting me, but like for me, I can't go to a movie by myself.
Yeah, I can't
It's
do
hard.
that. Fuck that.
It's hard. Like I just feel like a loser.
Would you?
Go to a movie by myself? No, I usually go with my sisters.
Right.
And, like,
My girl swears she would, but she's never has. I'm like,
Force
fucking
her.
Captain.
Go.
I'm like, do
force
it.
her.
No, it's because she would
Threaten to
just
kill
do it.
yourself. She's gonna do
No,
it.
so orgullo, just to prove me wrong, she'd do it.
Uh,
Yeah, she'd be like, all right, and then she would just go do it.
Pero ahora yo quiero saber es, have you guys talked about like moving together?
so yeah, that's like ahorita es el tema
We
que
were trying to think of
tenemos.
the toxic shit first, man.
Oh, I'm sorry.
'Cause-
Let's go back to your toxic
Because
habit.
that was my problem. Like, I was, like, always fucking scared that my girl was doing some shit. Even though she was, I didn't know at the
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
But I was always like, nah, we're just talking to somebody else. She's probably doing this, she's probably doing that. Like, I'm sure all that shit had to run through your mind once everything opened up.
Always, yeah. Yeah, eso fue lo más difícil, like, when everything opened up and then, like, her going out with her friends. Like, there's one friend in particular that I do not like, and I feel like she was very bad influence, or could be a bad influence, and... Oh, shit, I probably shouldn't say that. And,
The chance of her watching this,
fuck
bro.
it. No, it's a lot, bro. She supports me a lot, so she will probably watch this. And
shit.
it's all good.
Well.
She knows I don't like her.
Okay.
So
We don't like her either.
Yeah, thank you. So when she started going out, there's a lot of nights when she goes out with her friends that I think like the worst.
Right.
No, I'm already thinking lo peor de lo peor. Like, oh, she's probably grinding on some dude.
Dude,
she's
I
probably
feel-
dancing.
I
she's
feel
probably
so
doing this.
identified. I don't feel alone anymore,
Yeah,
bro. Thank
she's
you.
probably like making out with somebody, but then it's just like I almost like started like fixating on that,
Yeah.
and empiezo como, oh my god, this and this and this.
But would
and
you
that.
hit her up and be like, yeah, what the fuck?
I would just yeah, pretty much. Like at first, yeah, like I would be like, yo, like what are you doing? Like send me a snap, or like very toxic.
Damn.
And
Fucking
then
type shit. That's a guy that we know.
and then I slowly started just leave it out. And then I slowly started just kind of like, all right, like I'm gonna trust her, you know, and I'm gonna just put my phone away and not think about her, and like she can do her own thing. And I think I look at it now like if she were to like cheat on me or whatever, it's her fucking lost.
Right.
Like I think at this
Yeah,
point,
you're
that's
Romeo now.
I mean,
yeah,
I am
exactly.
Romeo.
I think that's what really has helped. It's just like
In this state, I'm Romeo. In California, I'm Kevin. In Arizona, I'm Pedro. And, you know, 'cause they're looking for me, so.
everywhere I have a different name. So in Delaware, I was something else. I'm not gonna tell you guys what that is. But... No, so yeah, I think trust has been the hardest thing, but that trust, like once you have it, I think that helps a lot with being long distance.
For sure.
So.
So then moving on to Reba's question now. Have you guys talked about
Moving,
together?
yeah. So I want her to move here,
Of course.
and she wants to go to California because
Shit.
she lost her dad at a very young age, and her dad is buried in California.
Okay.
Entonces, ella quiere irse para California y yo siempre le dije que mi sueño era irme para California porque yo quería trabajar en las películas, en Hollywood, pretty much.
Yeah.
Entonces yo siempre le decía, look, after I graduate, I'm going to go to Cali, and we can both live in Cali. And so that was always her vision. But that's because I didn't think I was going to get a job in radio and that I was going to be in like one of the biggest like shows in the market.
Right. I mean, the bear shows up.
Entonces yo nunca me imaginé que eso iba a pasar. Entonces that completely changed my plans, and I was just like, oh shit, like I'm building a career here. I can go places, and I can have Hollywood in a sense here in Atlanta, because a lot of stuff is filmed here in Atlanta
Right.
too. So I could just build a career, network with people. I'm part of the Berk show. Like I can connect with other people and transition into like TV shows and stuff like that and movies and things like that, and then get all the experience and then move to Cali with like all the experience. Entonces yo le digo, like, come over here. I'm building a career. You work for a company that has warehouses pretty much everywhere around the country, and you can like relocate. But she doesn't want to. So that's like the struggle right now we're having, where I gotten to the point where like I don't want to be long distance anymore.
Right. No, está cabrón, bro.
It's hard because like especially like on the weekends, like I want to go out, I want to do things, and then like it's just I be thinking about her, like, you know what I'm saying, and it's like, or sometimes like on Friday nights, I get invited with friends, but it's like I don't want to go because I want to spend time with her on FaceTime.
Right.
So then I sometimes don't go with my friends just to be with her.
I think that's why we took a break, porque well I was in high school, you know. Y en ese momento I was like a junior y entonces exacto me invitaban and it was hard porque yo los lunches me la pasaba sola hablando por teléfono con él. It was really hard. Like I feel like it hurts you. You know what I mean? It hurts you porque tú te cohibes de hacer muchas cosas because you feel like you're cheating kind of sort of.
Right. No, my parents hated it. My parents like, especialmente mi papá. He was like, estás bien pendejo. Vete a disfrutar. Que quién sabe qué.
I mean,
like, you're only
right.
gonna be. I was 17. He's like, you're only gonna be fucking 17, 18 once. You know what I'm saying? She's not gonna come back. And I did miss out on a lot of things with my friends.
I did too.
And but to me, it wasn't worth it at the end. But I didn't know, right? I was like,
Right.
it might be worth it. So like in your case, you know, we don't know. It might be worth it at
Right.
the end. Pero do you have it like any like support from your family que te digan que es like, oh no, like sigue echando ganas, or do you have like that typical Hispanic family that's like,
I think my parents are pretty supportive of our relationship, especially like anytime like my vacations, I go over there a lot. So I think we see each other like maybe once every 2 months.
Okay.
So like for a weekend, or sometimes it's like 4 or 5 days. Like when I have like, especially because on the Berk show we do have a lot of vacation time, so I get to go with her.
We don't know what that is. Not at our job.
Yeah, no, like I get super lucky. We have like 8 weeks of vacation or something like that. So anytime I have vacation, and like I know like when our vacations are, so I plan it always ahead. So I'm able to buy tickets like for cheap. During the pandemic, oh my god, like dude, the tickets were like $200.
Yeah.
Like round trip. Now they're like $600, $800.
Yeah,
So
fuck that.
they
That's what I haven't gone
skyrocket so much. But
So does she go out Friday, Saturday nights
no,
compared to what you don't go out?
no, not as much. And I think that's what's helped.
Okay.
I think that's really like, I think if I had a girl that like partied a lot or went out a lot, I would have a harder time.
Yeah.
Like I for sure know I would have a harder time, because anytime that she does go out, like as like those thoughts, like, you know, oh, ¿qué está haciendo? She's
Sí,
doing
¿dónde
this, or she's
estará?
doing
¿Qué
that.
está haciendo?
Yeah,
I was the
entonces,
same way. My girl lives here, and it's like I see her like only on the weekends. And then igual, like when I started talking to her, she was very igual, always out with her friends, going to the clubs. And to me, like that's not the vibe, right? So
Yeah.
like when we were starting to talk, because I met her in 2nd grade, and then I re-met her like 15 years
wow.
later. And so I told her one night, I was like, I don't know if I could ever date you. And she was like, the fuck? Like, I didn't even want to date you.
Yeah, he's like, I don't want your opinion.
But then she was like, but why? And then I was like, just because I feel like you're very free-spirited or whatever. And I was like, and I'm not. I'm like more a little more conservative on this shit. But then once I started dating her, like she kind of like toned it down.
okay.
And then she would go out. I think she went out a couple of times. She's gone a couple of times. And yes, even then, I'm still kind of like,
Your mind, right? Like,
yeah, bro, it's
rushes.
fucking going, because all my past relationships have been toxic. As
Yeah,
tú dices.
yeah, same.
And it's like, those bitches were actually doing something.
Yeah.
And I'm like, que me garantiza que ella no. And the thing is that she
Para
would
mí-
tell me shit that she would do when she was
Yeah.
single. So it's like, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, yo, she's probably fucking doing this shit, you know what I'm saying? But she's never given me a reason to think that she is.
I
once
think-
we started dating.
For me, it was, I don't trust women because of the shit that women have done with me.
Right.
Like, so many women have cheated on their boyfriends with me.
Yes.
So for me, it's always like, oh shit, like I know so many girls that say like, I'm in love with my man, but then they were like making out with me and shit like that. So I was just kind of like, like it was never like, there was a girl that did me wrong, but for the most part, it was always like, oh, anytime that like if I wanted a girl, and even if she had a boyfriend, like I would always try to get with her, and then they would do it. So I'm like, oh, you're cheating on your man. So that's why I think where my trust issues came from.
Yeah, I mean,
Shit that
definitely it's está cabrón, but I feel like también, like, we have to get to a certain point where you just, like, you have to realize that I mean, if your girl wants to cheat on you, she's gonna cheat on you whether
Yeah.
she's in Arizona or she's living with you.
Yeah.
Because like when like my girl, the one that was long distance, she ended up moving in with us, and we worked the same job, lived together, and she cheated on me with a dude that we worked with in the same job. You feel me? So it's like I was stressing out for a year about her being in Ohio doing her shit, and she did it right in front of me.
Fuck.
You know what I mean? So it's like now I'm at the point where I'm like, okay, if my girl now wants to fucking cheat on me, I have the same attitude as yours. Like to me, it's like, all right, her loss. Maybe she thinks it's my loss, but to me, it's like her loss.
Right.
And I mean, she's gonna do it. She's gonna do it regardless. So para qué estar pensando like like this and that? Just fuck it.
Right.
You live más tranquilo.
Yeah. Entonces ahorita I'm trying to convince her to move here por el trabajo que tiene. Like she can just easily move here. And because I tell her like, oh, I'm building a career, like let me like continue to work here, let me like build my resume, and then like with all my experience,
Right.
I can go to a bigger, better job in California.
Do you think
And
maybe she has a thought of like, what if you get a bigger, better job here? You just say no to California.
Yeah, I think that's her fear. That's what she's like. She doesn't want to like live in Atlanta at all. And then I also know like because her dad, like I said, is buried out in California, and most of her family, like her family is really small. It's really just like her, su mamá y su hermano y su hermana, pero su hermana vive en California. Ahorita solo en Arizona está ella, su mamá y su hermano. Yo creo que su mamá y su hermano como que like they have a lot of like they rely on her a lot.
Got you.
So I think para ella es bien difícil como decir like I'm out.
Yeah.
Like let me just move my whole life across the country and for this guy or whatever. And I'm just like, well, I've told her like, you know, if you see us long term,
You're
like
gonna have to do that eventually.
one of us has to
One
do
of
it.
us has to break.
So yeah, I mean, I've gotten to the point where I've given her an ultimatum, really. So it's just like if you don't move here by this time, because she has a contract with the company.
Okay.
So I know like because of her contract, she can't just be like I'm out.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like I'm waiting for her contract to expire, which is expiring soon, and if she doesn't want to do that, I can't force her to move here, especially if her family relies on her
Right,
a lot.
yeah.
So I've told her, all right, like I want to build a career. You want to figure out your own life. I feel like a lot of times she doesn't know what to do, and I don't know what to do. So I feel like we've gotten to the point in our lives where it's just like maybe we need to go separate ways to like really just think for ourselves, and not have like these love emotions clouding us, or make, for example, for me, like make a mistake and just be like, you know what, like I can go to California and hustle and make it work. I have the bird show on my resume already. Maybe that can help. Let me just move out there. But in reality, I think I'm gonna have a lot more doors here in Atlanta.
Definitely.
Entonces, yeah, we're like in the fork, I would say, like where you just don't know where to go.
Whenever that day comes, you have to come back on the podcast
And tell you guys I'm
and
single.
You gotta give us the chisme of what happened. But
Yeah.
have you been trying to like mentally prepare for in case it goes
The worst.
separate ways?
Yeah.
Damn, Benny.
I was just there like not too long ago. You remember when we had that conversation?
Yeah.
And so I was ready también to just, and then we ended up working out. But I mean, we're here,
Yeah.
right? So it's a little bit different.
We've had that conversation of like, if one of us doesn't want to do it, then our best solution is to split up, right? But that thought is so scary porque cada vez que tenía una relación y terminamos, I always hated the bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, I always, like, she always did me wrong, or I did something wrong, so there was always, like, we broke up, and I always hated her, so it was easy to block her.
Oh, but I mean,
it was
yeah,
easy to do
yeah,
this.
exactly.
Dude,
Everything, so
bro.
get out of my
Oh my
life,
God,
I'm
yes.
done. But when it's like
It's a
a
mutual
mutual
thing, yeah.
breakup, and, like, there's still love there.
Like
and
you have
you're-
no reason to not like that
yeah,
person.
or you're breaking up for nothing else, but, like, and you still love each other, and
Right.
y'all want to be with each other. I think that, to me, it's like, I think my brain doesn't understand how I'm going to handle that, because I want to be with her so bad. But then it's like, I know it's better if we don't think about one another
That
and
is
just do our
so.
own thing.
It's so hard. Let me tell you, porque that's what happened to us. You know what I mean? Like we split up, but I didn't hate him. Y de verdad con todas mis relaciones pasadas, he was like, yeah, I fucking hated the dude.
Yeah, you just block him and you
Pero-
get over it.
Pero exacto.
Exactly.
Pero con él, we still texted. You know what we did a lot? We played A-ball.
Oh,
Actually,
wow.
yes, we played A-ball. That was very intimate. Pero me acuerdo de una vez, because that's very very intimate.
When you get married, you gotta have a pool table.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah, I do.
Yes, we have to. We're actually planning the wedding, so you know that's a good thing to think about. Pero sí, hubo un día en particular que that kind of messed me up porque I was dating some other dude, right? He was like a rebound dude that became like something.
Oh.
So yeah, we stayed together for a year. He did me super wrong. It was like it was bad. But anyway, You can check that out in the first episode of the podcast. I told that story already, so I'm gonna move on. Pero el punto es que sí, I was actually, ese era el día que yo me iba a sacar mi licencia de conducir, right? And I was texting him. Y como que mi ex, he saw the phone, but he didn't tell me anything until after I passed the test. Y ese mismo día, like, he started drinking just to, because I knew we were going to fight. So I was like, yeah, drink, whatever. And he started drinking a lot. And that was the day that I got, like, we had, like, a borrowed car. And it was just a mess because we crashed that car. So, yeah, that was fun. But it was all, yeah.
Now, breakups are scary, man. I think these are the scariest breakups.
Yeah.
Like you said. Like, because me and my girl, we had this situation where we were, like, literally just sitting on her bed. And we were, like neither of us wanted to doblar la mano, right? Mm-hmm. It was like, I'm sticking to what I'm saying, And then we came to the realization that, like, okay, it's about to be over. And then it, like, hit, because at first I was like, me vale verga, quiere, no quiere. But then when it was, like that, like thought
real.
of, like, it's done, like, I feel like I was like, shit, like, what am I going to do, right? And then she kind of felt the same way. And we hit a compromise that neither she liked nor I liked, but we were like, if we want to make it work, we both got to, like, doblar la mano un poquito. And it was like, all right. And I mean, it ended up
I feel like
out.
maybe you guys are too similar. Is that?
Yes, no, she's very alpha. You know what I mean? She's the oldest child. She's the, like, protective, and she takes a lot from her dad with, like, the hard-headedness. And I see myself in her in my past relationships where it was like, lo que yo diga, como yo diga. If I think it's okay, you know, as long as I think it's okay, it's okay. And so I feel like I've been having to, like, trying to get her to see my point of view. And then I try to get her to see my point of view. It's medio, pero nos llevamos bien chingón, so it's, like, crazy, you know? Because, like, I don't even have to talk for her to know what I want, for her to know what I'm thinking. And so it's like, to lose that is like, fuck. But no, I mean, we're good now. But it was a rough patch.
Yeah.
We're good now. Stay tuned for next week. We'll see what happens.
Maybe. After she sees this episode, she's going to be
next
like,
week.
We're not good.
So I'm single now. Can you imagine? No, mentira. Not con, well, this is not wood, but, you know, it's going to have to do.
Well, I hope it works out for you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Whatever it is, if it's that you guys end up together or not, I do think that you should think about yourself first. Igual de ella.
Yes.
Because you guys are very young to, like, throw an opportunity away for...
Can you imagine?
And por eso le dije que, like, I'm not going to pressure you. Like, if you think that that's best for you, like, I can't do nothing about that. And it's just, like, I want her to be happy, regardless. And if she wants to be happy in California, close to her people, I understand. Like, my whole family's here. So for me to build a career up in a place donde está toda mi familia, like, that's so much better.
Right, it's only ideal.
Yeah, that's so much better for me, so.
Bueno, damn, we got emotional real quick. Well, before we close on the episode, why do they call you Rub Me Down Romeo?
What did that happen? How did that happen? Trying to think on.
I remember hearing it on an episode, pero ya se me olvidó because it's been a while.
Oh, era cuando we had the producer who I replaced on the Bird Show. Mm-hmm. His name is Blake.
Yeah.
And Blake came in to our 100th episode of the podcast, and we were talking, and I was telling him, like, you know, like, Blake was he works for the Braves now. He's, like, one of their hosts for the games.
Okay.
And he works in he's a news anchor down in Columbus. Yeah. And I was telling them, like, oh, like, this kid is, like, he's my age. He's hungry. He wants to succeed. Like, this dude puts himself out there, and I was just like, yo, like, you know, like, I like your work ethic. And I like how you go out and get things done. And I was just like, you know, so a lot of times I would see you, and I wanted you to rub off on me. And then that's when I was like, and that's when she was like, oh, and then Rub Me Down Romeo came from that.
Because he'd be saying some shit, or, like, I feel like he doesn't think it's going to sound a certain way.
Yeah.
And then, always. And then, like, he'll say it, and then I'm like, did he just say that? And then
everybody's
like,
I want your knowledge to get inside me. Just get it in me.
Like, méteme lo tuyo. Well, I think that's a great way to end the episode, Romeo. Well, thank you for coming, bro. Thanks for coming, taking your time, and being on our podcast. I'm excited to see you guys live.
Yes.
Do you want to announce the date and wherever?
Please.
Yeah, so July 23rd at Legends Distillery here in Cumming, Georgia. We're going to have a live show from our podcast called In the Moment. It's MOEME.
It's okay.
Whatever. You know, just Mo and
really,
event.
Mo? This guy?
It's In the Moment, MOEMENT, I think. And so yeah, it's our live show. It's the first time we're having a live show, so I think it's gonna be crazy because it is a distillery, so there's gonna be alcohol involved.
I'll be
It's
yelling.
gonna be a good time, and we're
I'll
all
be there. I'm like, he's not really Latino.
hey, do
It's a
that.
freaking Oreo.
I'm like, check out this clip from our podcast where he says this.
Look at this coconut.
No, yeah, entonces vamos a tener giveaways. We're gonna have giveaways as well. I don't know what we're giving away, but we're giving away, I think, a lot of like our merch stuff.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And maybe some other stuff. I know Mo's having a comedy show. We're gonna give tickets to his comedy show as well.
Oh, yeah, I haven't checked out his comedy. He's sick.
Funny. So entonces, I think it's just gonna be a good time. So July 23rd, don't miss it. I think the only reason you should miss it is if you're in El Clásico in Vegas. Other than that, you should be at Coming Georgia with us.
Hell yeah, you should. Aquí vamos a dejar el link. Bueno, nos mandas el link
Oh,
para
yeah.
que compren los boletos and shit.
Okay, yeah, porfa.
Yeah, but
Porfa, buy tickets, please. I need the money.
it's like como Grupo Firme que they haven't really sold. I'm just playing Grupo Firme. Thanks for the hat.
They not bringing you a stage.
They didn't bring me shit. Pero bueno, de nuevo, muchas gracias. Suscríbanse al canal. Make sure to subscribe, share, like it. You can follow me on Instagram as El Bad Benny. Rebecca, what's your Instagram?
It's reberuiz.jpg and Romeo,
Romeo?
how can they find you?
Todos at Just Romeo G.
Ahí está. Y de nuevo, recuerden, siempre buenas vibras y las malas vibras a la verga.